So today we're gonna do a walk as we talk. Just wanna catch the last parts of the evening. Let me lock the car. Just to come on here and talk about how the building process started. I'm at Rosebank Mall. I'm trying to get a few supplies for the evening. But essentially, when we started out, we had to first start with a landing page. And the landing page essentially was just like, hey, this is what we're building, join the waiting list. Not much context, there's no pricing, there's nothing on the landing page actually. We just said we're building a something that is going to help with renters. And then we decided on what to call the people that use our platform. So we decided, no, let's call the landlords and hosts, let's call them presidents. And then we said, let's call those who are tenants and those who are guests or people looking for accommodation in any sense, let's call those residents. So we did that. And then we said, how are we going to make the onboarding process very simple for these people? And we realized we need to make the onboarding process very simple, even if it's on WhatsApp. So we designed kind of a form that would, make sure that people join quickly and fast and all those things. And it took off from there. And so for a while, we just had the onboarding process, which was essentially just questions about, hey, who are you? What are you looking for? And that's pretty much it. And then we built from then on. We needed then to have the president side talk to the resident side, meaning they needed to be connected in some way. And that was a very challenging process, but it worked out eventually. So I'm just saying, if you want to do something, it's only determination that gets you there. The discipline is important, the structure, the plans are important, but if you have everything else on paper, getting there is the hard part. So I then I'm laughing here because a friend of mine texted something. We're going to a podcast TV shoot tomorrow. So there's a little bit of laughter regarding the briefs that we got. But anyway, I sidetrack. So there were times where we were building overnight. We would get to the Wetstasm office, shout out, and we would literally sit there, work through problems overnight. And that was literally us for a few weeks on end actually. We would meet with Tendo every Wednesday at Wits just to refine what we are building and for what purpose. And we're building it obviously in stages. And by the time we got to the stage where we need to implement the payment gateway and systems, it got rather challenging. I think we sat on that for a good 2 to 3 weeks before we got it to make sense just for us. I mean, it will obviously change as we go and test it on customers, but at least for it to make sense at a basic level, it took about 2 to 3 weeks. But yeah, that's the process. I think as the gents come, as you see more of them, couldn't get to see them this week because there's a few challenges, but we'll get to see them and we'll tell you from their perspective how they felt with building, right? And so one of the first costs, because I said I'm going to talk a little bit about the cost of doing business. One of the first costs was the registration of CIPC, of course. Another cost was the cost of the website and emails, but that's like a yearly cost. So I paid once off in the beginning of the year for our hosting service, and then of course there's monthly recurring costs that underpin the working of the platform, and so those costs we started paying from the beginning of the development of the platform. Yeah, that's basically getting verifications on Meta, things like that, using the APIs that link to WhatsApp. Those are the payments that we're doing. And initially, and I must say this, credit to Tendo, he was doing this purely off of his own knowledge, and at some point we realized no, he needs some help. So we got him some Claude to assist, because wow, you can't build at a small scale with just one mind of a developer. You kind of need a team, and so in the early stages we were like, no, let's invest in some Claude to structure the coding process. So that's kind of how it worked. And yeah, I have gone way over my 5 minutes, but I hope you found value in this. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. This is day 3.